need to go to Mindtree Consulting because Ashok Soota is talking to us, and let's now go across and listen to Mindtree Consulting. Well, Mindtree numbers, if we can just run you through the numbers for Mindtree Consulting. The net profit at about 90 crores versus 54 crores. That was the Mindtree numbers. That's the profit numbers, obviously. The revenues looked about 32% growth in revenues. We're expecting Ashok Soota, the chairman of Mindtree Consulting, to speak to us any moment now. He's just kind of getting ready, maybe looking at the last, brushing up some of those numbers. We're waiting for Mindtree Consulting to speak, and we'll try and get across. We're talking about Titan. So besides the gold factor in that, and which is supposed to be the favorite metal of Indians, the name of Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, how much of an attraction is that for a stock, and that to 1,000 levels that the investors bought it?
You know, obviously every investor looks at booking profit sometime or the other, and every investment is made when you find it attractive. And once the appreciation is there already, then you obviously relook at it and see whether you have to continue holding on to the stock or not.
Okay, we'll have to cut you. Okay. We'll have to cut in, and we'll listen to Ashok Soota, who's now speaking.
Fairly significantly, and it's all happened rather suddenly in the last few weeks. It's been going up. To give you an overview, in the year 0607, where we've announced our results, the average rate that we realized was 45.39 rupees to a dollar. The guidance that we have given is at 42.75. Of course, we don't know what that final rate will be. We all hope that in course of time the position doesn't continue in this way, and actually the rupee gets restored, because it is being treated as overvalued. But at this point of time, it is very significant because it's at 42.25 rupees and not 42.75 as I mentioned.
So can you also give us a split in terms of your performance in your engineering services, IT services, and in R&D?
Well, by and large, both the businesses have been growing at a very similar rate, and the overall division is approximately 75% and 25%. It may be 74-26 in the last year. And we expect that percentage to more or less hold good in subsequent years.
Can you give us the revenue contribution from consulting?
Well, you know, the consulting business is a very important part of our IT services business. And the important thing to see here in consulting is that it leads to a lot of other business for us. So the important thing is how much it drives the rest of the business. Today we're engaged in some very exciting work, I'd say, for multinational companies where we are drawing out IT strategy and doing high consulting engagements. We've just completed an engagement with a very large Indian bank where we've drawn out an IT roadmap. In terms of overall percentages, the number comes to about 4.5% as a total, 4.7% for the last quarter, and for the whole year it's 4.5% of our total IT services sales. But it leverages for us, I'd say, at least 30 to 40% of our total sales in that segment.
So you've also launched your infrastructure management and tech support. What kind of revenues are you looking at coming from that, and what kind of response has it received really?
Sure. I'll talk more about the latter part because I don't want to talk about segment-wise future revenues as forward-looking statements. We're very happy with the way the service took out. Very good customer acceptance, wonderful infrastructure that we've created. We'd love to show some of you all the nice network operating centers that we've created. We've already built up a good customer base, both of new customers as well as enlarging our presence in existing customers. So it's had a good traction, and we see this as becoming one of our significant practices going ahead.
So talk to us a little about the customers, the clients that you've added during this quarter.
Well, you know, we gave you one overview of saying that we have, out of our customer base, there are 36 Fortune 500 customers. We've had very strong traction. I mentioned to you that the US in particular has done very well. We've grown remarkably well in the BFS space, I'd say, in the recent past. So a number of customers from the financial services segment. But we've had very good traction also in travel and transportation. In each of the areas where we've got vertical presence. Within the, with the R&D services business, I think our strong growth areas have been in storage, which has really been doing exceedingly well.
So you recently had a big ESOP exercise, 31st March. What kind of equity dilution do you see?
Well, as on 31st March, on that date itself, we would have had a conversion of 365,000 ESOPs converted into stocks. So in absolute numbers, that's the exact precise number.
That was the Mindtree chairman, Ashok Soota, talking to us from Bangalore, and of course the concern of the rupee still not having gone away for these companies, as he very well explained.